So welcome back to Big Board. This is the post-COVID phase. I thought I'd do a quick little check-in and just had obviously a handful of good friends who know what's going on, and I had COVID for the last 10 days or so, and I've not been posting or doing very much of anything. So I just wanted to do a little update, and that way all y'all can not be like worried if you were worried. It's not a big deal, but the short version of the story is that I came back from New Mexico into a house that someone had COVID, and I think it was my wife, and we ended up with a son who was at a camp who was sent home with COVID, and the camp, the entire 1,000-student camp, was canceled as well because they had 23 kids test positive. And so we had two of us with symptoms. My eldest had lost taste or smell or something, but he had no other symptoms. He was just tired, which I would attribute 90% of that to being tired from the camp that he was running as a counselor. And I think somewhere along the way, either driving home or picking it up from my wife, I had similar symptoms to my wife, and it was really felt more like a flu than all the COVID stuff that goes with COVID. And long and short of that is that my son and I both went to get tested, and we both came back confirmed positive, and he had the antibodies, and so he was fine. I was starting to get tight-chested and stuff like that, so I got some aerosol steroids for my lungs, and it was a massive improvement. Unfortunately, I'd waited 4 or 5 days, so I'd gone through all the misery. I did get ivermectin or whatever it's called. I took some of that. The Delta variant's not responding to hydrochloroquine or whatever, so I'm sure I'm going to get COVID posted now on this video, but I did not use any of that. It was not recommended to me, but I did use some other non-traditional medications which helped. Steroids helped, and once the fever was gone, really all I was left with was just this blinding headache, which I still have to a certain degree from here right through to the back of my head. It's kind of like a hot knife deal. It's very, very exciting. I'm imagining it's helping me generate narrative for wargaming stories. Oh, like a hot knife through butter. But that has been extremely debilitating, and so for the last 4 days, I have not been able to function at all for more than 20 minutes at a time. And I can't find any of my camera equipment. I have no idea what's going on. My headache is just like, the bright lights are bad, the whole shooting match. So the good news is that we took me off all the ibuprofen and a set of I really don't pay attention to that, like Tylenol, all that stuff for 24 hours. And then I went to the doctor, and he gave me a shot in my backside of ibuprofen, like a mega dose. Like it felt like about 4 gallons, but I believe it was a lot less than that. And that seemed to set the world right. That has reduced all of this pain down into a manageable headache, and so I'm feeling a lot better. And I think like today I managed to get a little work done, put calls out to people that needed to hear from me, and I appreciate I know some folks know that I've been sick or that I was thinking I had COVID. And I appreciate all the messages and all that sort of stuff. I haven't really been up to responding to anybody. or posting really that much, other than the occasional smart ass remark here and there, because that will never die. I'm hoping, let's say come Friday, my chest will clear up 100%, and I will not have this headache, and I will not feel like pounded dog shit tomorrow morning. Today I'm feeling pretty weary, but I think that's because I woke up at 4 a.m. because I crashed at like 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon when I got this shot. In the morning, things started to get better, and I took some gabapentin, and I took some Tylenol then, and then I crashed at 3 p.m. and I woke up at 4 a.m. And so I've been up since 4, so hence the charming face. But we're getting there, so it's all good. So my wife as well, she's fit as a bull. She threw up like 3 times, shook 2 nights, and was fine. And then I think she took some herbal remedies. We've been pounding all the zinc and D3s and all that sort of nonsense as well. And my son has 0 symptoms. So I think we're all good. So anyway, I didn't want to spend a lot of time kind of, oh, what was me type of thing. I just want to let you know that A, I'm good. I'm super keen to get my Bug River played. I was so excited. I was one of the first people to have it. I was looking forward to getting the game onto the table. I take the camera out of the stand, but I'm afraid the whole thing will explode. And I'd show you it, but I literally have not moved one piece yet. So I'm very excited. I'm probably going to have to reread the rules because everything has been kind of fuzzy the last 3 or 4 days. And that just could be lack of caffeine and lack of alcohol to crisp up my thinking. So anyway, I thought I'd check in and say hi. I don't know if there's anyone saying hi here or not. I think there is. What do we got going on? Greg's here. Hey, Greg, Mr. 262, good to see you. And Gamer, what's up, dog? How are you? And Richard, thank you for checking in. Oh, yeah, you know, that's one thing I do need. And Stiggs, man, good to see you. Stiggs, as always. That reminds me, I was supposed to do a live stream on Saturday morning, my time, and we just had bad technology. I was on a, yeah, John, I'm having my first drink actually in 10 days, because alcohol does not go well with any of this. The first night back when I had the stiff neck and all the rest of it, I was thinking it was from driving, so I had a scotch or a bourbon. But I haven't had a drink since then, and this is actually tastes pretty good. I was supposed to do this live stream about the Troubles, and we had really bad internet connection, and it was so choppy that we're going to have to work out an alternative mechanism to do that interview, and I absolutely want to do that. This coming weekend, I'm supposed to be doing an interview with the chaps from VUCA, and we'll have a conversation about what that topic is. But it's a brand new game of theirs, and you really ought to stay tuned for it because it's going to be awesome, I think. They're both a little nervous because neither of them are native English speakers, but their English is probably better than mine, so I think it'll be great. And yeah, and Stig, yeah, the Troubles is probably more than appropriate for my last week. There's the telephone call, go away. So anyway, I don't know what else to tell you. We'll get back to the regularly scheduled nonsense soon. I did, this morning, I set up, because I was awake early, so I didn't want to wake up my wife. I came downstairs, and I think I wrote I think maybe it was just a one-piece narrative on the French Foreign Legion in World War III. And there's a second part to that scenario that's in Lock and Load. It's called The Hunters Become the Hunted. I started playing that scenario this morning, and so I got half a turn done and I went back to bed. But it's going to be awesome. I'm going to use the same characters and everything, and we'll have a narrative thing going there. So if you haven't read the first part, go find it on the blog. It's called The Hunters Become the Hunted or something like that. I'm kind of proud of it as an article or as a piece. I'm trying to find a voice for my writing, I guess. I'm trying to do it in the first person versus Bob said, then Bill said, then Dave said. Just because I think it might be a little more compelling. I don't know. Anyway, just go have a look at it and just write a comment, shit on it, tell me what's wrong with it. Obviously the spelling mistakes, if they're still there, that's because I didn't pay attention to the auto check. But anyway, I think I'm gonna let you guys go because I'm probably, I cannot tell you whether it's Red Storm or not, Mr. 262. That would be telling, and then I'd have to kill you. But I do happen to have a copy of the rules. Anyway, I will look forward to all of you hanging out with me soon, and let's go roll some dice together, all right? Ciao. How do I stop this thing? No idea.